Hello guys, my name is Sub-Zero Exabyte, and before we start off this important video where we gon' do a lot of fun things, I want to say one thing, and that is that you totally need to subscribe to Mine Life Animations for the most cool daily animations ever, because they are just really cool and I like them, so go and subscribe to them. So what we are gon' do today in this video is gon' be really fun, because there are gon' be a lot of wolves in it. Wolves, you are thinking, yes, we are gon' pet a lot of wolves today and see how everything will go. We will also improvise along the way, so that should be fun. My good friend Chip isn't not here today with us, but that doesn't matter because he had something more important to do. He had to help a friend with building on this big project. He also asked for my help, but I couldn't come because yes, wolves are more important nowadays. So what are we gonna do with the wolves? Well, let's first find a nice spot so I can explain you, and yes, I think this is the best spot for this project. Well, what we are gonna do is build a kind of house for them where they can live in and be petted. We will try to make baby wolves and keep everything rolling for them. I chose this location because wolves like to be in woods, and as you can see there are a lot of trees around us. There is also a flatland biome next to us, and there the wolves just can run around how much they want. There won't be any limit for them. Or should we try to implant a time system for them so they can't be outside when it is dark? But I think they won't like that, because then the idea of making a house is more switching over to a prison, and we don't want that here. We want them to live freely and let them feel really like their home. And guys, I need to admit something right away. I don't really like this place, so I am thinking of switching to a different location right away before we start building anything. Yes guys, let's switch to a different place for now, because something doesn't feel right at the first place. Sometimes you just need to trust yourself and make your own decisions so you won't regret it along the way. There are a lot of scenarios where something like that could happen, but just trust in yourself and everything will be okay. So I think that our next location should be somewhere where there is a lot of free space, so I am thinking a huge flatland biome where we can have a nice overview of what happens in the area and give the wolves the free space they want. You know what a really important factor is of keeping a wolf happy? Well, that is the free space you giving him. The more free space you give him, the more he will trust you. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, trust me, I learned all of this in a wolf camp. I once went to a wolf camp where there were more than 100 wolves that were training to become an attack wolf. So those trainings were very hard, and there was a lot of things going on at the same time. You could see that people really were doing all they can to make these wolves battle ready. By the time I was there, I was living in a wartime, and everything and everyone that lived in the war had to contribute to the war. So the wolves also had a part to fulfill. In the end, the big factions made peace with each other before any fighting, but it was just cool to see how the wolves got trained to become super wolves. So for this house, we are not gonna make anything special. It is just gonna be a basic house for them where they can have shelter when it starts raining or something, or have a place for in the cold nights. The reason I am making this basic house is that the wolves won't be staying indoors long. They will probably be outside for over the day and go back inside during the night and sleep. So yes, because of that reason, I will first just start with something basic, and if I come to realize that they are using the house more often than I tough, then we always can improve it with something more modern and everything that comes looking next to it. I don't actually know how much wolves we are gonna spawn here, how much would fit, but I think they're fit a good amount. So we will gonna need to sort that out for a bit, and if it appears that we get room shortage, then we will just make more room for them by extending the house. We could do everything. That is the thing I like of making something new. You can always adjust your plan if things go a different way that you didn't hop for. So where are at the moment the house is already getting a bit of a shape. Let's also make the floor of wood, because I know wolves like grass, but then they would have grass inside and outside. I think that would be too much for them. A bit of everything is better than everything the same. Talking about not making everything the same, well, I think we should 2 houses. I think one just won't work out for them. If we make 2, then they could move from one to the other, and I also make another spot where they could get together, but I don't know if I am gonna call that a house, because that just will be a couple of blocks and some fences around it. So let's call that a meeting point for now. So we will be making 2 houses and 1 meeting point for the wolves. I think that should do the job of keeping them happy and together, because you see, the main reason I am doing this is because I always have problem when I try to pet wolves, and that is that they keep walking away. So I leave them one day and suddenly they are gone. Do they need attention every day, or am I doing something wrong? I have no idea. Hold up, there might be something else. Maybe mobs attack them overnight when I am gone. Could that be a possibility? Because if that is the problem, or what was laying there for me to solve, it need to handle fast and make the houses as soon as possible. Yes, I think I am pretty sure that the wolves get attacked in the night and I didn't even notice. So that is kind of weird. Normally I am an expert at everything that involves mobs, but this thing I just didn't realize. But that isn't a problem anymore, because with the houses I am gonna build, they will be safe and there will be a lot of light, so they are not able to spawn nearby. So I think it is time for us to spawn in more wolves and make baby wolves. Yes guys, we are gonna spawn in more wolves. I like the idea of that. If you are wondering why I am not gonna look for them and bring them in, well, that is because I am just savage and I can do whatever I want. Ha ha ha. No, I am just too lazy to do all the finding work, so then I just spawn them in. There is nothing wrong with spawning things, guys. Minecraft is made to spawn things, so we are all good. Yes, so yes, I think this is enough wolves, or should we do more? No, I think this is enough for the time being, but there is something that is missing and I have no idea what. Oh, I think I know. Yes guys, we miss beds in here where the wolves can sleep on. Beds are really important, so they can sleep here as well. Again, a wonderful idea of mine. I am coming up with so much great ideas, guys, that I maybe should be professor. Ha ha ha. Professor of the wolves. Who had ever thought that I could be a professor? No, I am kidding. I could be a professor. I have a lot of things to do. I have no time to be a professor. So now let's start training these wolves. I will use a method of training that I saw in the training camp, where they run around the fields and look for targets that they could attack. Like for example, a sheep is a good target. They will learn how to protect me and put in an attack. Something really important is that you are gonna need to thrust the wolves with whatever they do. Sometimes wolves can be better at handling situations, so don't get in shock if they do something without you asking. That might just be that they are protecting you. That is why I like the wolves. They are great listeners, but they can also decide what to in some really hard situations. So that said, you now kind of getting to know how the wolves think. Always remember that. I will tell you a story that happened to me when I only had 1 wolf in my early days of Minecraft. I just started playing and I didn't know that much about the game. Thankfully I already made a friend that kind of explained me how everything works. So this friend told me that I should get a wolf as soon as possible, because they just help you a lot with anything you do. So that is what I did. Went looking for a wolf and I found him and petted him and everything. I even made his own playing area. He was really good wolf. So one day I went mining in this huge cave where there was almost everything I needed, from irons to diamonds, everything. It was just the perfect place to mine. So yes, I started mining. Everything went well. My wolf was by my side all the time, so I never really felt lonely. Suddenly when I was mining, I hear the wolf attacking something. I turned around and didn't really see what was going on, so I putted some torches down to see what he was doing, and there he was fighting solo with a group of mobs. It made me so proud to see him protecting me that I didn't see him as a wolf from that moment on, but as a real friend that was always beside me. He was there for a long time, but one day I was working in the garden. It was normal day, nothing really special. Suddenly I didn't see the wolf, my friend, anywhere. He just left me, like our whole friendship didn't meant anything for him. Maybe there was something really important he had to leave for, but until this day I have no idea. Maybe one day he will come back, but for now we will train these wolves. And look at them, there are so much of them. I don't know if I can give them all a name, because first I will need to make up so much names, and secondly, and I think this is the hard part, that I am gonna need to remember all of those names. I don't think that I will manage that, so for now we will call them wolves. But the sounds kind of boring, don't you think? Only wolves. Let's call them Wolfpack. Yes, that is better. Wolfpack is growing and growing. Soon we will have an army of wolves that will be standing by for us to help us in any dangerous situation. Alright, let's see if we can move this Wolfpack somewhere else, maybe to the second house. But first we need to see if they all will follow us, because sometimes moving with a group as big as this, some may fall off or get distracted by something else. This is the early phase of the wolf pack, so we are gonna see who will fall off and who will be loyal to his owner. In this situation. So I think it is time for us to find the next place where we can build a house. I am thinking that we could make the house in a swamp biome, because there is a lot of water in the area and that will improve their swimming skills. Yes, I am training the wolf pack to their full potential so they are ready for every situation that stands in front of them. You know what we could do? We could give a wolf to Chip. I bet he would love one too, but you know what the problem is when we take a solo wolf in our home? Well, the problem with that is we can't take care of the wolf because we are always so busy doing this, working on projects, doing testings and everything. How would that wolf survive if it only sees us in the night? So that is why I am making the wolf pack, so that they are not lonely but together. A smart idea, isn't it? Yay, everything I do is smart, guys. I am a smart player that know how to play this game. I once was so smart that NASA asked me if I wanted to go to space. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I almost went to space. You know why I declined? Well, just because of the fact that I was afraid to stay there solo. I asked them could I bring a wolf, they said no. Then I asked them if I could bring a friend, Chip, that also said no. So at that point I really was just like, no, I am not going solo, so I declined the offer. So next thing we gonna need to do is find a suited small island where we can build our small house on the island. Those need to have something special, so let's see if we can find one. I bet we can, because the swamp biomes always have something special. I can say that because I have a lot of experience with swamp biomes. Yes, I once had my main house in a swamp. I need to say it is fun at the beginning, but after a long time living there is kind of gets boring. Yes, guys, I think this place is perfect. There are some pumpkins where the wolves can play with and they can swim around the island. It is perfect. So guys, this video is getting to a slow end, and that said, what did we do in this video? Yes, that is right, make the wolf pack. They are gonna be really strong and smart when the training is done. I will make sure of that, so you don't need to worry. Oh yes, guys, I also want to say one more time that you should visit the channel Mine Life Animations, because they are just awesome in what they are doing and I really like the stuff they make. So go that, hit that subscribe button, because I already did and I like them and it is just awesome, guys. So do that after the video. So guys, I'm thinking that this is the end for the video, or did I forget to say something? I don't know, but I think we are fine, and if I did, well then we'll just tell you in the next video or the next one or the next one. Done. To you beautiful people, worry about that. Oh wait guys, I remember what I wanted to say is that Chip and I decided to start a huge project soon, and we are really proud to announce it, but it can happen now. It is too early, but I think you guys are gonna like it a lot, because Chip and I really came up with a big idea for this. So maybe I will give you a small hint in the couple of next videos, but I am not sure if I could do that. I need to speak with Chip about it, but don't worry, it will be here soon and you are gonna like it. I believe in that, and Chip also does. Chip will also be in the next video, I think, so that will be a lot of fun again. But now guys, now I really need to go, but don't worry, I will be back soon with a new video and new adventures. So for now, goodbye.